Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, where I'm redoing this because my first take was just garbage. It really was. But this is my weekly wrap up. So let's roll through this. We're going to roll right into books I read this past week. There was a lot I read. I did a book review of In Too Deep, book number 29 in the Jack Reacher series. If you haven't saw my review, I wasn't really enamored by this book. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. And then, kind of on a contrasting of that, I read Killer's Wedge by Ed McBain, an 87th Precinct novel. I gave it a 4.6. Really, really good. Really enjoyed this one. And then I read 2 short stories this week. I read from Martin Cumberland, I read The Diary of Death from this collection, Miraculous Mysteries, a British library crime classic, cozy mysteries. And then I read from Rodal in this collection, Flight or Fright. Rodal wrote They Shall Not Grow Old, which is about a fighter pilot in World War II. And I gave the Martin Cumberland short story a 3.9. Rodal, I gave a 4.1. Pretty solid week in terms of Saturday shorts. I also read or started, obviously, if you saw the live stream last night on Trav's channel at Trav's Bookshelf, we talked Lonesome Dove, chapters 26 through 50. So I read that this past week and finished it up. Obviously, I'm going to forge ahead. Chapters 51 through 75 are coming. I got about halfway through The Black Ice this week, and so I'm going to finish that this week as well. And I started The People of the Black Circle, a tale in this omnibus collection, The Bloody Crown of Conan. I'm looking forward to doing a review later this week on that, so be on the lookout for it. And I read a complete chapter in The Emperor of Rome. I'm very slowly making my way through this. A little bit here and there, but I've made a little bit of headway. Very marginal headway, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's really insightful. Mary Beard's writing is very easy, accessible. I know Pat mentioned that, she's reading her other novel, SPQR, I think it's called, and she thought the same thing. It's very accessible writing, and I think it is, even though the subject matter should be kind of daunting, it's not. And so I still have the speaking bones to get to, and I'm hopefully this week, after I knock out the Bosch novel, I can dedicate some time to making some headway on this thing. That's the goal. So be on the lookout for that. So let's talk videos this past week. In terms of videos, I did a From the Shelves, 2 different book reviews. I did 2 book tags. I did a What Are You Reading Wednesday. I did Saturday shorts. Obviously, we had the live stream with Lonesome Dove, and I did an impromptu live video thanking folks for eclipsing the 800 subscriber mark. It was completely, I've never done one, and so I didn't really know what I was doing, and I figured maybe I'd get one person on there just to chat with. There was actually quite a few, so if you haven't checked the live stream, you might want to check out that video. And if you're interested, I might start doing that more regularly. Maybe do it once a month, do a live, and you can chime in, ask questions, that kind of thing. And so I think it would be interesting to do another one for sure, and actually schedule one where you can kind of get notifications when that comes out. So, but yeah, it was an interesting week in terms of videos. So let's jump into the community. It was a very, very busy week in terms of the community. Lots of new subscribers and comments. Let's roll right through these. Charles, Michael, Card Stuntman, Gypsy Boomer, Michael K. Vaughn, Xanadu Castle, Fox and Fiction, Joseph Reed Books, Already Overbooked, Outer World Media, Secret Fire Books, Odd Audio Online, Novel Insights, Book Chat with Pat, Rowdy Player One, Some Other Character, Afro Sci-Fi, Zion Comux 7836, I think that's how you pronounce that, Book Buds, Hide and Read, The Grape Jelly Library, Connie Samuelson, Just Dawn 6288, Books with Sam, Twice Born by Grace, Brian MR Pronic 1, Josh Dean 5549, Lynn's 12, Ted Redenstead, Kevin Judge 8406, Edith. Now, Edith is a friend of my daughter's, and my daughter sent me a text and was like, hey, check this out, and it had a picture, which is this one, of Edith with her phone, because she got the notification of a new video from Kevin Toll Reads, and so I thought that was kind of funny. And so thanks, Edith. Patrick Gullett, Bing Lamb, Stephen Everett 7, EC at the novel Honey Shelf, Trav's Bookshelf, Caleb Welch 6393, Susie Ford W7F, Jim's Books Reading and Stuff, Shelley Fish, Amy Harbert and Pages, read by Fred, Sim Salamet, MB Ramsey 1, Mystery and Mayhem, Patty Page 6723, Livia Crafts and Books, Red Becca, Reynaldo Gonzalez, Alex David, Ryan E. Logan 5540, Books Off the Beaten Path, Christina Winikoff, Must Read More, Stuart Griffin, Storm Reads, Nicole's Bookish Nook, Aaron Reads a Book, Jack Walter 5970, Adventures in Literature, Little Big Library, Maeve Ever Books, Kitty L, and last but certainly not least, Ollie from Criminale. Busy week. I've also reposted people doing the New Year, New Me book tag 44 times now. I've kind of been keeping track. And so I thought that's pretty amazing. So let's dive into comment of the week. This actually isn't a comment. It was a post from on this person's channel, but I thought it was so funny, and I'm going to make it comment of the week. It's from Albert the Conjugator. He posted a couple days ago, I got a hot date with the auto mechanic. I call it a hot date because going to the auto mechanic is just like a hot date. I spend a lot of money and just get a peck on the cheek. I thought that was pretty funny. Albert's a very funny guy, so you definitely want to check out his channel if you're not a subscriber. Speaking of which, let's roll into the Booktuber Spotlight. I have 3 channels that I would like to talk to you all about. If you haven't subscribed to these channels, you should. I really enjoy their content and the personalities. First is Dylan Morris, younger gentleman, really into the Brandon Sanderson, just finished the Wheel of Time books and completion. He's really authentic, honest, does really good job with his videos. Definitely, you can tell, wants to put his best foot forward, be engaged in the community. Really great guy. Was on the live that I did, kind of impromptu. Dylan's a great guy. Definitely, you should check out his channel. Book Buds. I mean, what's not to like about Joe and Mary? You're gonna get insightful information about a book or books. You're going to get a hilarious skit usually. They're going to be laughing. There's going to be outtakes. It's going to be a good time. I mean, you're never going to get a bad Book Buds video. So check that out. And then last but certainly not least, Maeve Ever Books. Maeve is a very honest, insightful, very well crafted and aesthetically pleasing videos, and she has a spin-off channel called Maeve Ever Manga, and I didn't even know that until I was kind of just poking around on her channel in light of mentioning her here, but she has a manga channel as well. So you definitely should check out Maeve, Book Buds, and Dylan Morris. I think they have great channels. 2 other things too. I was remiss last week when I was giving you a little bit of update about upcoming books. I noticed that David Baldacci has a new historical fiction book coming out in April called Strangers in Time. You definitely want to check that out if you're a fan of Baldacci. I certainly am, so I'm interested. Historical fiction is not usually his forte, but I'm always interested in historical fiction, so that it's piqued my interest. And then Ted at Ted Redenstead, he is a gentleman that is trying to really engage and grow the community, and he created his Discord for people to land and share different ideas, from thumbnails to book related, editing software questions, and passing along kind of what people use, or you can post about videos that you just launched so people are aware. All kinds of different little subsets of information where you can go in and just poke around and see who's out there. You have people that are just starting. You have people that have been on BookTube for a while in there making comments and suggestions. It's a really good kind of collaborative space to learn more about BookTube, and so I think it's a really good idea that he did, and it's very creative, and it's just it's a great place to learn. So you definitely should check that out. In terms of upcoming reading, obviously we're going to be forging ahead with Lonesome Dove. In 2 more weeks, we're going to be live on Scott's channel at Some Other Character, and we're going to be covering chapters 51 through 76 or 75, the 3rd section of this book. And so you definitely want to check that out. Obviously, I'm going to be reading this later in the week. And I'm going to finish and review, sorry, bouncing everywhere, The Black Ice, book number 2 in the Harry Bosch universe, so be on the lookout for that. And then I have 2 pretty decent short stories for this week's Saturday Shorts, so I'm excited about this week in terms of reading. Let's dive right in and wrap it up with videos that are coming out. So I'm going to be doing a From the Shelves, a Let Me Know, which the Let Me Know is kind of impromptu, but I had a really good idea that I thought was a pretty good idea after the Into Deep review. And then I had a couple long-term subscribers chime in. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to credit you guys because, yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking as well. And it dovetails nicely into Let Me Know. So more to come on that, probably on Monday. Probably on Monday we're going to launch that. And then I have 2 book tags for Tuesday, 2 more. I have a TBR reshuffle. I have a What Are You Reading Wednesday. I have the Conan review. I have, obviously I'll do at least 1 book review unless I throw in another quick read. And then Saturday Shorts. It's going to be another busy week. So hopefully you're looking forward to some more content. Hopefully you're also reading some great books. And I hope you have a great start to your week. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks.